It's your boy Fredo, aka Papa Fredo, and I have here my host.
And as always, it's your boy Marcel, aka Prince Marcel.
And this is the Midwest Point of View podcast.
Bro, where it's dope places with dope people. And we talk about dope reasons, bro. This is Midwest Point of View.
And this is where the Midwest takes center stage today. So we got a special guest that we brought out here for y'all today. Would you like to introduce yourself, brother?
My name is Mahdi, also known by the moniker of Nurse Mahdi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And man, first I want to say thank you for coming out here today.
Yeah, no doubt.
For coming out here with us and allowing us to take this moment to really get an insight on your brand. So my first question for you today is going to be,
Hold on real quick. Also, because we're doing things, I want to thank you to Shore. Shore is out here doing their thing with the equipment, with the podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We
Thank you,
appreciate
Shore.
it. Thank you, Shore.
So my first question is going to be, you've been called Mr. Prevention through nutrition by your community. How do you think film and storytelling can be used to reshape how we talk about wellness, especially in communities that are often underserved?
Well, first and foremost, our history has been told through storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, what's not been written down has been voiced, word of mouth. But a lot of it is, it's imperative for us, and not only just through film, television, song, and play, but it's imperative that we kind of, at this point in our life, in our existence, reshape how we talk about health and wellness. You know, for a long time we talk about, and I know I'll get a lot of backlash, but soul food. Ain't nothing soulful about it. Yeah, they do, but ain't nothing soulful about their food. Now, it took some soul to make the best out of a certain situation, but now that we have progressed as a people, we're supposed to progress mentally as well as the way we digest our food. And so health has been a big thing for me. I realized I was actually working at the University of Chicago, and as I look at so many people that come through those doors, I realize that most of them, if not 80 to 90%, don't hold me to those statistics, but I see the most of the people that come through through those doors, a lot of that stuff could have been prevented. You know, it's not somebody just falling out of a tree and breaking a leg. A lot of times we got ascites, which is you got inflammation of the liver, you have stomach ulcers, you have diabetes, you have all these issues that people are suffering from. And a lot of that I call is assisted suicide because we are eating, you are what you eat. We're eating disease.
So we're
a lot
eating
of us
death,
are living with it.
is what you're pretty much saying.
Absolutely. So ain't nothing soulful about that. Right.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Okay, so with that being said, and it seems like you got a lot of knowledge throughout your journey. You're part of those accreditations, right? Can you talk about your journey as far as your backstory, where you began? Shout out to you being in the military, being a nurse, you being a veteran, and then going from that to like a clean water entrepreneur. And how would you say the initiative could be used in film?
So let me start from the back end and go forward. So how we can be used as film is product placement. You better know it. We got to push each other. We got to push each other ahead. Now I know I don't have the budgets like Coca-Cola. I ain't giving them no shout outs, or Epsi. We don't have. They don't have the budgets, right? And a lot of times I'm trying to do things honest. I'm trying to show my children, because I started this company with my children. Registered nurse. I was the director of nursing here in Chicago, as I told you off air, but from Milwaukee. And so we're a Milwaukee-based business, although we ship to all 50 states.
Yeah, that's good.
Pay attention.
Midwest space for sure.
Absolutely, Midwest set of mind. So mindset. So out of Chicago, I was actually part of a voluntold study. And I say voluntold because I wanted nothing to be part of this study. And the findings of this study showed the negative effects of plastic on our overall health. How it would affect our endocrine system, our reproductive system, our respiratory system, even attributed to causing cancer. So with that, all I could think about was I stacked up these 32 cases of spring water. Because, they were saying, Dr. Sebi says spring water, plastic, and I looked at this plastic was sitting up in my house, and all I thought was, man, I'm doing a disservice to my children, thinking that I was doing something positive. And so
You just put me on to some knowledge. I got spring water sitting on my floor right now.
that's what I thought, because Milwaukee was having the crystal sporidium, and we were having all these other things that was going on with the lead pipes and such. So I thought I was doing something healthy, and then when I come to find out, everything works the way it's supposed to work. So going into the study that I did not want to go on, it was something that I need to hear. And here we are, 5 years later, we have a product, still moving. So I came home, spent all my time in school. My oldest is like, man, we finally gonna coast. And I'm like, okay, got a nice paycheck, a whole different life. Now, you know, we like the Jeffersons. Moving on up. No, we were not. As soon as I got comfortable, it was time to shift. And I sat down with my children. I said, well, I'm thinking about selling water. I'm thinking about us doing water. And my oldest is like, oh, dang, like back to struggle bus. Right. Yes, it was. And so throughout this, I've been able to show that there's some reward in being righteous. Yes, sir. And so Chicago has showed the most love. So, you know, from celebrities like Nick Cannon to Kami, who's entertainer, we got Big Twan, to corporate, to all of the, we've had a lot of love with the brand, and it's kind of showed my children, they're like, they had it, oh, you can get here, you can go there. So it's helped me out in that aspect. And so, we kind of grew from there, just from social media and so on and so forth, till we realized that if we're going to do something righteous, we're going to do it all the way. So we took all of our profits, and every year we take our profits and we go to some place in the world, some community in need, and we build. And it's hands-on, all of us.
That's documentary 101.
Could you tell us, a place that you've already started building, or any type of construction that you currently have going on?
Yeah, so we were invited out to Kenya our first year, and it was like, whoa! I thought when I was going to go to Africa my first time, it was going to be like this big, overwhelming, something was missing in me was going to get filled. I went out there, I realized that people were less than I've ever had, and they were still giving. And then I had to come back to the States and realize, like, yo, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And so what I realized is I had more to do. And so when I left there, I said I'll be back. And so we went back, we built a well in Kenya, Lamu, Tanzania, Uganda, and we built in Mexico, parts of Mexico.
Not one place.
Guatemala City.
Okay.
And we just finished we just finished a school in Ghana, Kumasi, Ghana. So we built a primary school in Kumasi, Ghana, and we're going to continue to build it.
I got some names, we're going to top it up.
Well,
Sure.
So with BKlear H2O, you're tackling both health and sustainability.
right.
What role do you believe creative platforms like XL FLIM FEST can play in educating people about environmental justice and health equity?
Again, everything that we talk about with our attention span is through entertainment, is through, we can mask it up. The psychology is heavy in film, television.
Yeah.
A little, what is it called? Like exclusive.
Oh, exclusive.
Yeah. So I used to do some film and television. Okay. I don't tell anybody yet. Now it's some commercials.
This is the only time you probably gonna hear this.
And I realized that I never share that, but a lot of growing up, I was in a lot of trouble, as I was telling my brother off air. The military gave me the second chance, but before that, I found that film and television gave me a different aspect of life. Wow. A lot of us, we got a chip on our shoulder because we believe like the world revolves around us. Yeah. But it wasn't until you got into film until you realized you have to be that person to be the best, actor, more or less. And so when you get into those roles, you start thinking like them, feeling like them, and so you actually now have started conditioning yourself to think like somebody else. Okay. So my outlook changed. So film tells stories that sometimes we need to be a part of and connect to, and to realize that we die for blocks. We should be able to live to tell us that the world is ours.
Yes.
So traveling, I've taken that part very serious because now, instead of dying for a block, I want to live to show that my children that the world is our classroom. So film can take you places, that the feet can't go.
Man, that's amazing. That's amazing, brother.
So, for me, this is how I look at this. With all the experiences that you've had, especially with being a nurse, how did that impact your need to communicate and advocate for the community, but then also with your experience, because I know in a serving position, you see the way people take good news, bad news, truths. So how did your experience being a nurse and then going out here into a new lane, trying to advocate a new thing for our community, how did you shape that message so they can receive it?
A lot of that is just, I know we are people that have gotten to the point to where we're supported if we see other people supporting it. We support it if we see our favorite entertainers supporting it. And that's not all of us, don't get me wrong. But I found that that is when I garnered the most support. But then also just, God's going to send people your way who are meant for you to be. I didn't have a business plan when I started the business. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a mentor. All I realized is, blessings come with work. And so we started to work and just figure out what comes with it. I really didn't have any kind of plan on how I'm going to communicate with folks. Being in healthcare is actually, and I'm a real short story, patient satisfaction is real high in healthcare. And I made sure that I was always on the floor, even though I was director of nursing, we usually behind the desk. Yeah. But you can't be a leader behind a desk. You got to be there with your troops. Yeah. And so every cold blue, I'm on the floor. Okay. And a little adrenaline junkie sometimes too. So I ain't gonna. You like bingo? I gotta. Right. So that is part of it. And then. But there was a young lady who's been there for a while. You start realizing you see people back and forth, right? Because it's sick care business, it's not really healthcare business. It's the process of getting you a Band-Aid on a bullet wound so you can have enough time to leave out and come back so we can patch up the same thing we never really corrected. And the lady, she didn't have enough money, her insurance didn't pay. It was $30 for a walker. Man. I was in front of corporate. They were like in a deficit of about $1 million a day. Mm-hmm. By the time they got done, they were about a surplus of a day. And it's $1 million. So they made the money. I know they had the money. No problem. I worked with the administrator. I realized they have the money. Yeah. And when I bought them $30 for a patient that made them so much, when they had hundreds of dollars of food just sitting on the table and nobody eating it, I realized that nobody's going to care enough. So I became the Robin Hood of healthcare. I started taking anything that I can get from them and give it to us and try to wrap it in a way that they understand. They understand me with my hat on. Yep. They understand me with my beard. They understand me with the part I have in my hair. They understand me we speak the same lingo. And so if I tell you this is bad, you don't have to listen to me. Pay attention long enough, you will see that this is why I said it's bad. Yep. And so I'm a strong believer that if you live in a certain way, people will ask the questions. You don't need to go ahead and tell them. Yeah.
Somebody give my boy a cape. All right. Where is the S at? Is it somewhere on here? I know we got an S on this.
No, we got a tree on the chest because we plant trees for every case that we sell. Wow. So even if you don't know, we're up to about 12, almost 12.5 thousand trees that we have planted. I've never planted a tree a day in my life. And now, like when we went to school, anytime you purchase a case, your name is contributed to actually building a tree. So we build it in your house. So we talk about legacy. My demise will be in transition before that tree blooms at its full potential, but it will live on well past my children's children. And so what we're doing is realizing that it's more than just saying, well, I don't want to use plastic because it pollutes us. But there's places and countries that don't have a waste management, so they live on top of the plastic. So what can we do? A lot of it is also just restoring what they already tear down. And so we're planting trees. I never seen black folks. I never met or knew a person that was in a bottled water industry. I never knew anybody who was in a bottling industry. Also, I never knew any black dude period. My mom, she be planting some herbs and stuff, so I ain't gonna say that I know a black person, but I never met anyone that goes out there and plant trees. So we plant trees in Ecuador, Africa, somewhere everywhere, and it's just.
This is great what you're doing, man.
Well, it's for my children to see.
Oxygen back in this world. Okay, we need that.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful way to signify that you truly are leaving an imprint, not just, of course, importantly for your family, but for us as a people, saying that we really contributed to this world, that we are valuable. That's amazing.
If you don't hear it enough, I'm gonna tell you thank you.
I appreciate it. No doubt.
Can you please tell everybody that's watching right now about the products that we have?
Oh yeah, we got.
So we have BKlear alkaline water. First and foremost, I want to shout out a few people. This is English Gardner. English Gardner is a two-time Olympian. She is the host of Flow Track, and she is still running, them feet are still hot, there's still smoke up under it, right? Now she's been down since day one. She heard that we were doing it. A lot of people kind of tagged on her page. That's my sister for real. And she could have worked with just about anybody. And she said, I love what you're doing and I'm rocking with it. And she's been rocking since day one. We got Thomas Anthony Jones. He's an actor out in LA, but he believed in it. He was the one who brought us on our first mission to Kenya. So he started a lot of this. And then my man Truman McGee, I don't know if you've ever seen, but he's the owner of Funky Fresh Spring Rolls. He's a gourmet he's a chef. He doesn't call it because he's not licensed, but he's a chef. Right. And his stuff is national. He's in about, I don't know, 300 and some stores. So that's the mentor in the business now. Keep it moving.
Okay.
So they are behind it. So we have the alkaline water, and then we have electrolyte packs, which is no artificial flavors, no artificial colors. There's everything that I give to my children, I give to the world. If my children don't take it, don't buy it from me.
Man, look, currently I'm feeling a little under the weather, and I had to go ahead and get me some good water and bust down one of these packs. I believe it's this right.
Elderberry lemonade. It's an immune boosting as well.
Like lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and I'm feeling better already.
So we got the elderberry lemonade and watermelon mint. And again, every time y'all purchase, anytime you support, you're not supporting me, you're supporting yourself, you're supporting as well. This is not just my business. Yes, my name's on the business, so if we got tax problems, they ain't hitting y'all up.
Right.
But for me, I try to represent, we are collectively, it's the entity, not the individual.
So if you had the opportunity, just like, being here at XL Film Fest, how would you ask the artists, the speakers, the head runner, if you could just give them like a straightforward question, to support you, what would your ask be?
First of all, every time you say XL, I'm gonna do like this. Just keep us in mind. We are an enterprise in a growing stage. I do not need any sympathy. I like to handle business like business, but just give me a chance. You give me a chance. Nah, don't go nowhere. We on air. Don't go nowhere.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so
Right back. All right, I'll wait.
all right, so
That's Big Twan, y'all. I interrupted because Big Twan.
y'all gonna be seeing that interview coming out soon too. All right, so I do want to say before we let you go, bro.
Yeah.
What else can we look out from BKlear H2O? What else do y'all got coming up next?
Right now, like I said, we're trying to sell. So, honestly, honestly, it's where the spirit takes us. I don't have a plan. I don't know people in these countries. Like I said, I never knew anybody in Ghana before we built a school. Now we have so much family and love out there. I'm still talking with them. They were looking at a soccer field, so possibly do that for some of the youth, give them something to do. But continuously just kind of awareness. So in that school, we teach agriculture, aquaponics, as well as talking about sustainability. So we just continuously add and build on that. We have graduating students already, and so we're just continuously supporting them. And those are the new front line, the new wave runners.
The kids is coming up after us.
You better know it. It ain't about us. Hey, we were at the way. We just supposed to set it up and get out the way. I'm here for counsel.
Yeah. We're going to put the link in the bio. We'll put the link in the description. You feel me?
Tell them where to follow you though.
BKlear H2O on all platforms. It's a O, not a zero. So it's BKlear H2O. BKlear H2O.com, Facebook, Instagram, or all them other social medias. You can hit me up on LinkedIn at Mohammad Mahdi, Nurse Mahdi, all that stuff. Yeah.
Mahdi, we thank you so much for coming out today and sharing all these great jewels and telling us about this wonderful product. Y'all go get it, all right? Let's get a tree planted, all right? And we also want to shout out Shure for everything that they've done as far as with providing the podcast equipment that we needed to do what we needed to do here today. Thank you guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all again.
Subscribe, and we out.
Let's go.